Huh. It's been a while since I visited here. Wonder what's going on.
They banned Jeweled Loader! Commander is dead! Magic is SpongeBob!
Oh, great! It hasn't changed.
Hi there, my name is Scrambits, and if you're like me, you have a deep addiction to Magic Cardboard, and you're chronically online, and if that's the case, I am so sorry. Now, if you haven't heard, Magic the Gathering just released its new release schedule for 2025, and lo and behold, half of our set are going to be external IPs. Now, for context, for the past few years, Magic has been doing something called Universes Beyond, which is basically just taking popular characters from other franchises and making them into Magic the Gathering. So if you're a fan of Captain America or of Chun-Yi from Street Fighter, congratulations, you get to play with those cards also in Magic the Gathering. But what if I actually appreciate Magic as an aesthetically unique thing and I don't want a bunch of Fortnite skin in my game? Well, luckily for you, the great minds of Wizards of the Coast already thought of a solution to your problem. We're only going to make these cards legal in Commander, a casual format. So go ahead and let Timmy play with Gandalf or with his favorite Assassin's Creed card, because you will never, ever see them in tournament set. What do you mean they're legal in Modern? The fucking mechanic from Assassin's Creed literally says Commander on it. Why would it be legal in... So, after a while, Wizard of the Coast decided to make some of the Universe Beyond product modern. Which I think is a big mistake, because these cards are supposed to be for new players, and the average cost of a modern deck is like $1,000, and what kind of new player is gonna spend $1,000 to engage with your stupid That's fine. Modern is a very high power format, played mostly by older players, and honestly, it's very rare for even a single card from a new set to see any amount of play in the format. So, honestly, just adding one set or two into the environment shouldn't change anything. I doubt there will even be a single card in the why is the One Ring the most played card in Modern? It cost how much? So, I guess external IP will be a part of Modern from now on. But that's fine. Wizards still remembers that some of us don't enjoy these crossover and still gives us an option to engage in this hobby without touching any of those products. We still have Standard and Pioneer, which are incredibly fun format, and honestly, with Foundation coming out soon, I think it's the best time ever to play Standard and really enjoy. And what do you mean we're getting 3 Standard legal Universe Beyond sets? So, the writing's on the wall. Like it or not, Magic is evolving, and Universe Beyond will be a part of that evolution. We're even starting to market our own iconic card as internal IP, as ridiculous as that sounds. But that does have me wondering, do we still need an internal IP? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand the value of having internal consistency to your intellectual property. Warhammer 40k, which exists in a similar space as Magic the Gathering, has been thriving thanks to its carefully curated lore and its strong sense of consistency in its universe. But I think it's a little bit dishonest to compare Warhammer to Magic, because Warhammer has had several different successful video game, comic book, and even a 54-book long fantasy epic about the Horus Heresy. Meanwhile, Magic has had a Hot Pocket promotion and 4 failed TV show attempts. I mean, for crying out loud, my roommate, who has never painted a Warhammer miniature in his life, can identify every single Chaos Demon Prince and explain to you what the warp is, but cannot tell me a single guild in Ravnica, despite the fact that he plays Magic! Now, obviously, I'm not saying that Magic's universe has no value. Dominaria is a rich plane with an incredibly detailed story told through story article, novels, and comic book. The guilds of Ravnica are so interesting, they wrote an entire D&D setting book around it. And Strixhaven, when it was first spoiled, spoke to me so personally that I am still working on a Killian Liu cosplay, and I'm planning on getting a silver quill tattoo. But I don't think it's a stretch to say that ever since we abandoned the block structure, we have kind of been ignoring our own internal IP. I mean, really think about it. How many players you think can name all 10 realm of Kaldheim, or know the name of the plane of Strixhaven, or even simpler, Kellen has been one of our main story characters. How many people you think know that his father is fucking Oko? Yeah, bet you feel stupid about skipping the OTJ story articles now. It used to be that you had time to really absorb what was going on. The story of Elspeth, discovering Theros, slaying the god Xenagos, and being betrayed by the sun god Helios. That was an epic told over 3 different sets over the span of 9 months. Meanwhile, Bloomborough, from start to end, lasted 7 weeks. However, as I'm mourning the decline of Magic's story, one fact remains true, which is Magic has never been as popular as it is now. We are seeing a true renaissance of Magic the Gathering, with new players, new content creator, and even more people going to tournaments. A fact remains that people are getting into the hobby because Magic is fun. It is one of the most well-designed games in the world, and it promotes a variety of different play patterns so that everyone can find something that they love. We've all been complaining about the Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering, but Fortnite is a hugely popular video game with a great competitive and casual player base. And if we compare to other card games, we realize that old Magic was kind of unique when it came to cultivating its own internal IP. Taking a look at our 2 most popular competitors, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, we realized that they really never cared about that internal consistency. Now, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Watched as a kid, but let's be honest here, there are no internal consistency in its design. This is a game where you can have Egyptian god roaming the earth with futuristic cyber dragon, anime waifu maids, and whatever the fuck that thing is. Meanwhile, with Pokemon, now sure, it has a very strong internal IP, as everyone is buying Pokemon plushies, but its lore and story is paper thin, and whenever we try and learn more about the lore, it is fucking horrifying. And if we want to push this comparison to the extreme, we can take a look at Weiss Schwarz. This is a game that has existed since 2008, has been massively popular and successful, and he runs exclusively on external IP. Which means people have been coming back because 1, they love the collaborations, and 2, it is a fun game to play. So as long as the universe beyond set remain fun to play with, there shouldn't be a problem. And if I can give a personal story here, I have a friend who I've been trying to get into Magic for the longest time, who finally cracked because the new Warhammer 40k deck were revealed, and let me tell you, he's been having the time of his life. All of the cards are incredibly well designed, and I even bought a few of those decks myself, and they're really fun. And my favorite product they have made in the past decade is the Commander Legend Baldur's Gate collaboration. It has been one of the best draft environment I have ever played, and it is an external IP. So, in conclusion, am I gonna feel sad about the death of Magic's universe? Yeah, of course. I remember when I got into the game and I fell in love with Magic's aesthetic. I remember reading Hours of Devastation story and feeling truly wrenched that the god has been lied to and been manipulated by Nicobolas and everyone was massacred. And I am gonna feel truly saddened that a new Magic player will never be able to have that experience. However, Magic as a card game has always and will always be evolving. We have went from this old wizard card frame to a new sleeker modern design. We have went from every single block being on Dominaria to exploring a new plane every block. We have went from the old block structure to the 1 set per plane structure, and through it all, every single time, Magic has come out better, stronger, more popular, and more fun for its player. So sure, this might be an unwelcome change for you, but I am confident to say that through it all, Magic will remain the fun, competitive, well-designed card game that we have all fallen in love with. So, yeah. You ever start a video script to complain about something only to come out to the opposite conclusion? Ha!